So, on to a more relaxing setting. I feel like I can finally breathe. Carolina Panthers. We're going to talk about what we believe the Carolina Panthers should do in this upcoming free agency and draft. As we've been discussing, we just discussed the Detroit Lions. God bless. Sorry, Lion fans. It's been a really fun and entertaining pod today. Like just talking about just everything that's going on with free agency. Obviously with y'all. Feel bad for y'all, but again, hope for the best. Carolina, this is y'all. This is for y'all. All right. So with that being said, I just want to make a quick correction. I told y'all I'm still looking, doing my pre-draft evaluation. Micah Parsons is the linebacker that I would take if for some reason that a receiver that they don't like is not there. Micah Parsons would be a great middle linebacker that can do it all, stop the run, cover, a leader. So if there was somebody that the Detroit Lions should select, that's a top prospect as a defensive player, that would be it. But again, we're on to the Carolina Panthers now, which I guess I gave that away too. But Carolina, free agency, from what I got for your team needs, obviously it's been widely reported that y'all are interested in Deshaun Watson. They're willing to do whatever it takes. Even trade your own running back, Christian McCaffrey, which when I heard that report, that was crazy. That was crazy. Like 3 first rounds and CMC for Deshaun Watson. I mean, I would have never thought, but hey, I understand he got injured last year. Running backs aren't as valued. But again, all seriousness, if y'all do decide to stick with Teddy Bridgewater, because y'all can't get a deal done, one or two things I would do, starting off with free agency, depending on the direction that you want to go in. If you're looking to replace Teddy Bridgewater, have somebody be mentored under Teddy Bridgewater, then obviously I would attack O-line first, and draft that quarterback in the first round. Now, if you decide that y'all want to go with the route, well, sticking with Teddy Bridgewater for the long haul and maybe drafting the quarterback later in the round, then at that point, then I would go ahead and, well, pretty much, yeah, I would go O-line. I would see about signing whatever players you possibly can. Tight end is another option at that first round pick. So, I know I've been saying a lot.
This boy won't Pitts to get drafted.
You want Kyle? You really want Kyle Pitts, huh?
I like him. He nice. All right, so
right. You a Hurricanes fan, right? Because I don't know lately. You and Pitts. I don't understand.
Hang on, wait a minute. Don't worry. Hey, hang on, Trey. When it gets to my turn, don't worry. I got something for him. Go ahead, Vic.
Well, so obviously, big shout out to Brevin Jordan. Hey, whoever takes him, he's gonna be a steal. All right, because everybody talking about Kyle Pitts,
including you,
including
me. You right, including me. But shoot, Kyle Pitts is Kyle Pitts. That is just, he's nice. All right, so regardless, Kyle Pitts, even if y'all are saying for some reason with like the whole pre-draft, even though it's not, you don't have as much access as the previous years to being able to check out the measurable. Well, you still can, but it's all through, their pro days and stuff like that. So it's not the scouting combine where everybody goes, well, top, I think, was it 360 or 350 players that are invited, but I don't remember the exact number. But so yeah, I would definitely either look into one of those positions, just all depending on how y'all go about free agency. Defense is young, so you do have some issues on there. Defensive tackle is another need that I have for y'all. And also, just a year ago, you had a middle linebacker that retired. So if y'all decided Micah Parsons is the answer, and if Detroit passes on him, which I expect Detroit not to take the middle linebacker, but if Detroit does, y'all want to go ahead and get that middle linebacker for the future, then go ahead. It's not the top need for y'all. Y'all are pretty solid on defense, but I did have some issues, especially in the run game. So yeah, again, offensive line, tight end, DT, middle linebacker, and cornerback. But again, this is all depending on what y'all do. If y'all decide to pull the trigger, if the Texans pull through with it and say, hey, yeah, we're willing to take that deal, then obviously that would alter everything. And then y'all would definitely have to go heavy on free agency. So sooner y'all can make that deal done, the better. But I'm not counting on it. I hope Deshaun Watson does not go to y'all team as a rival. So yeah, offensive line, quarterback's probably going to be your top priority, most likely, just because I just don't believe Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson will be heading to, or even Russell Wilson doesn't have you on the list, but
yeah,
Deshaun Watson won't be heading to Carolina. But so yeah, draft a quarterback in the first round. Sounds like y'all are ready to move up from Teddy Bridgewater. Free agency, target those offensive linemen, and there are a few solid tight ends in there. Hunter Henry would probably be one that I would definitely look at, and there's definitely plenty of defensive tackles in this free agency, as well as cornerbacks. So go ahead and do that. Yeah, I should be all right. Trey?
All right. So Carolina Panthers, like I said, 5-11, just like Detroit Lions, obviously feels a lot different for each team. Saw a lot of Carolina's games this year where they definitely were better than their 5-11 record, but you know how it goes. You are what your record is. Like that's just what it boils down to at the end of the day. You are what your record says you are. But they definitely played a lot better than 5-11. The Chiefs were fortunate that Sly, the kicker, missed the field goal. The Saints were.
How long was that?
What was that?
How long was that? 67 or something like that? That's a long field goal.
Well, that was a long one, but some of the other ones, like
that was a long one.
There were multiple games where he missed.
Yeah.
Like
but the Saints
clearly,
that was like a 43.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kickable kicks. Nonetheless, I can name like at least 4 games last year that if he makes those kicks, those are 4 wins. So that's easily like a 9. That's 9 win. Like that's a big swing in the difference in what your season in it. You potentially are a playoff team at that point. So
sounds like a team I know.
So nonetheless, though,
used to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I don't understand why they're such in a rush to get off of Teddy Bridgewater. Like, he wasn't bad last year per se. To me, from what I saw, and like I said, a lot of games that were lost, it wasn't because of Teddy that they were lost.
Right.
Like, I don't understand, but nonetheless, there is heavy rumor that, like you said, the Deshaun Watson trade rumors, and it's also rumored that they might just outright draft the quarterback or trade up to take a quarterback at the position that they currently sit at, which kind of crazy to me. As far as the team though, and team needs, so you have $29.5 million worth of cap space, so you have a little bit of money to play with in free agency if you wanted to. Hunter Henry would be a good fit because since Greg Olsen's departure, tight end has been, tight end was always like a staple when Greg Olsen was there for however many years. He like seems like forever. Like obviously he was drafted by the Bears, but for everyone remembers him as a Panther for the most part, which he just recently signed back and retired as a Panther. So shout out to Greg Olsen and to you already know, y'all boys know about Greg Olsen.
Of
That's
course.
sad. That's sad when you're drafted by one team, but you retire with another team.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
usually you see it typically with the team that you
wasn't no
drafted
good
by.
over there.
I mean, but I mean, let's just he had a better one there.
Yeah, his career was way better in
Way better.
Carolina. But anyways, they were 24th in offense. A lot of that, I believe, has to do with Christian McCaffrey being out. Trust me, I drafted Christian number 1 overall in my fantasy league, and he was a missing piece. I'll say that. Like now Davis came in and he did a very serviceable job as the backup, but you could see the one game where Christian McCaffrey did come back for and actually got hurt again, but you could see the difference that he made in both the passing and running game. Like they just utilized him so much, and I kind of feel like in that particular game they overused him. They should have eased him back into it, but they were just like, he's back, he's getting full workload, it's CMC, in which he balled out, but then he didn't play again the rest of the season. So maybe guys should have kind of eased him in, and he probably could have been back in the later part of the season, maybe help you win a couple more games. But I think get Christian McCaffrey back healthy, he is easily one of the top running backs in the league. He can easily give you, he's one of the running backs who probably can give you 1,000 and 1,000 easily, receiving and rushing. Him and maybe Kamara probably like that.
I'll say 1,000 rushing, 500 receiving easily.
Well, easily, but
depending on the quarterback.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So you're losing Curtis Samuel. You're letting him walk, which I'm a fan of Curtis Samuel, but I understand he's had a lot of injuries through his first 4 years. So I can understand not necessarily wanting to bring him back. He was better towards the last 2 years, more so, but like early on, he was having issues staying on the field and stuff. So I get it. Also, the fact that you traded for you got Robbie Anderson last year, and he actually absolutely balled out for the Bucs last year. So you're not necessarily gonna kind of need him. You still have enough people at receiver. You still got more over there. So you have other options at receiver that you can live without Curtis Samuel. As I just said, Christian McCaffrey at running back. Yeah, it kind of really depends on what you want to do with the quarterback situation, because I feel like you can tune up that offensive line a little bit. Like I said, Moton, their tackle, they just franchised him. So obviously they are aware that they need to protect whoever the quarterback is going to be. I feel like in free agency, maybe go after one of these guards or
linemen,
just kind of help fortify that offensive line position. Maybe go after a tight end if you don't want to pay maybe Hunter Henry. Maybe he might want too much money. I would hit up Cleveland and possibly see what he's going for, what they're looking for him. You had success with one Hurricane at tight end for many years in Carolina. Go ahead and bring in the next one, and let's see if we can do it again. Run it back with him. I feel like I said earlier in the segment, and Njoku, he just Cleveland's not a bad team, obviously, right? At least not anymore. But their issue is they have so many tight ends. Like they literally had 3 starting caliber tight ends. So it's just, along with Jarvis Landry, Odell, like they just there's not enough balls for Njoku to really develop into what he has potential to be.
Okay.
So in a place like Carolina where tight end would be a need, seems like that is going to be a need. that would be a perfect place for somebody like him to go, where he's the option as far as tight end. He doesn't have to worry about
Hey,
splitting carry or with anybody else.
that's a good one, man. Getting the Joku. I
Yeah.
would see, like, I think the Cleveland Browns would be willing to part ways with Njoku for fire, probably at the highest a third round pick,
Yeah.
just based off of, like, injury history and productivity.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a fourth round pick, but or a conditional pick, to say, to where if he plays a certain amount, etc., they can probably get at the highest the second round, but I don't predict that to happen. But that'd be a good spot, though, as you stated, former Hurricane and going to the Carolina Panthers.
Well, actually I was just looking at it now that you brought that up. So Joku's only 24, so he's still very young.
Very
Yep.
young. Very young.
The Browns picked up his 5th-year option, so he's gonna make $6 million this year. Now, if they were to trade him, they take is $0 in dead money. So they save that $6 million, and there's nothing against their cap. And they're seeking a 3rd round pick.
All right, perfect. I would give that in a heartbeat.
So
If I'm
actually, I'm
Panthers,
sorry. No, it says they were seeking a 3rd round pick before the
Oh.
trade deadline last year. So
So
with
they
that
might-
being said, you maybe can get him for like try to lowball him for like a 4th
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
Try.
4th, 5th. Yeah, I mean, we've seen obviously Trent Brown. They
Yeah.
to the Patriots for a 5th round pick. He's a starting caliber offensive lineman, but obviously he's had some issues, and he was one of the main reasons of the
Whole
Las
COVID.
Vegas Raiders having
Yeah.
COVID. Yeah, so
Oh,
that probably had
yeah.
part in it why he got
It-
traded
Yeah.
for
It's
peanuts.
crazy to me, like obviously, Vic, like we play Madden and stuff, and you know how like we value some of these players on Madden, but then when you look
Yeah.
at real life, it's like they giving these players like caliber players, star caliber,
Like ice cream cakes.
like nothing.
Next Madden, we need to start doing that. Like it will save us a lot of draft.
I mean,
picks when we
Yeah,
do
according
it.
a lot of headache. Like if they like
I'm-
it, if they like it, fine, whatever. Let them do it.
Yeah.
I mean, according to them,
Because like I said, it's still crazy to me, the whole thing with Isaiah Wilson. This man literally was a top, like he was a 1st round draft pick.
I kind of feel, I mean, even though, he hadn't had so much productivity, he's going to somebody that you are probably maybe excited about. Not at the moment, but I think in the long haul, it's going to be great for y'all. But Dwayne Haskins, top 10 pick. I mean, if he can, get his act together, I mean, the ceiling is, I mean, I think that'd be a great thing for the Pittsburgh Steelers if he can get his act together and take the NFL game seriously, because it sounded like he was more involved with the strip clubs than he was with playing ball in itself. He was just showing up to play, I guess. But yeah,
another thing you got to factor in, and it's not making an excuse for him because he's his own man. He has to own up to his mistakes and everything. But you got to factor in he didn't. He kind of grew up in that surrounding area, so it's like he. You know how it is when sometimes you got to leave home to kind of focus because, or think about people. Let's take Antonio Brown for example, right? And not to bring up his past because obviously he's changed everything, right? But when he first left Pittsburgh and he was going through the things with the Raiders and everything, what did he do? He went back home down South Florida, was hanging out with, more or less like his old boys, the wrong crowd, and you see all the stuff he was getting into. So think about it in that aspect. You get drafted to the league, but you stay home basically. So you still around everybody you used to be around. Everybody you the man now. And you might not always have that like proper guidance or proper influence around you. You're gonna have a lot of yes men around you because obviously you're in the NFL, you're making money. You're not gonna have that person to pull you to the side. Granted, if you go somewhere else, you get drafted and go to a city you don't know, You don't got your family there. Your friends ain't necessarily there. I mean, you might have more time to really focus and settle in on the game versus I can leave practice today and then I can go to my boy's house or I can go here. We can go to this club. We can go to that club. It's like everything. You know where everything's at. You know how to maneuver around your city or the area where you're from. So I think that kind of factored a lot into it as well. But at the end of the day, he has to be his own man. He has to want to mature. He has to want to play in the NFL. He has to want to be a quarterback. It's one of the hardest positions in the league. And then let's not make it a secret, as being a black quarterback in the NFL, the leash that they have for a black quarterback is a lot shorter than our counterparts. So he has to really buckle down if he wants to do it. I think Tomlin is the right coach. I think the Steelers is the right organization to get him in line one.
I like it.
And I think Ben, because Ben, younger in his career, he was kind of like a type person who's always out and like to party and stuff like that too. So if anybody can kind of be like here, like, hey, I made these same, and I'm not accusing Haskins of anything that Ben was ever accused of. Nothing like that. I'm just saying though, as far as partying, and Ben's been there, done that, and he had to mature and change and grow. So that might be the perfect person to help mentor Haskins if he wants to listen. So like Vic was saying though, just a first round talent for a piece of bubble gum. Like, it basically is steal if it works out. If it doesn't, then okay, whatever. Who cares? It didn't hurt us. All right, but we went on a tangent there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Let's get back to the
I was like,
I'm sorry.
I was like, we're talking about the Panthers, guys. The Panthers. Anyways, the one thing that I will say about this is really of how is the quarterback position, what we're doing. If we're keeping Teddy, if we're trading Teddy, is he going to be a Texan? Is he going to be a 49er? What's going on with that? Once we figure out that, then we can focus on what we need to look for. I mean, of course, O-line is going to be probably one of their top priorities because, yes, it has to be protect your quarterback and make sure that you can have, to what's the word I'm looking for? To keep the run game constantly or to keep it up productivity. The trenches on defense, yep, that is a big thing. I believe that's there too. Other than that, I mean, the defense for the Panthers is very young, so it'll give them time to develop. I mean, there are going to be some mistakes, but like Trey says, I mean, if Justice Slye makes those kicks, their record is not really what they were.
Yeah.
Because if he made them kicks,
so maybe they need to take a kicker with the first pick. I don't even think that's even happened before. It hasn't?
Yeah.
The Oakland Raiders.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jankowski. Right.
And the Bucks did it in the second round. Oh.
And then you got to think about Ray Guy.
Ray Guy. I forgot. Yeah. But
that's another Oakland Raider.
Raiders.
But, I mean, for Janikowski, it worked out. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame kicker, or going to be a Hall of Fame kicker, right? So
pretty much.
But still, you could have got him in the fourth. Like, nobody was reaching for him. Like, oh my God, we have to get
this
right
kicker
now.
You gotta have some balls on you to draft a kicker in the first round.
Your
team's gotta be set.
Big on
Davis. Just win, baby.
Right. But
I mean, it paid out for them, but team since then.
But to go off of Vick's Kyle Pitt thing. So you want to see him torch y'all every 2 games?
No, Levante David gonna lock him up. You didn't see what that boy did against Kelsey? Whew. Nah.
I'm just saying.
I'm just, putting my Carolina Panthers hat on. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're
Yeah,
going to go.
but you put on this Kyle Pitt hat on for a long time, Vick.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, he been trying to have Kyle Pitt sign anywhere.
Yeah,
really to
but you didn't say
nothing.
nothing. But you didn't say nothing about that Hurricane one.
Brevin Jordan, I know he's not going in that top 10 based off of what everybody's saying. So whoever is lucky enough to get that man, they're gonna be blessed because he's gonna be a deal.
I guess. But other than that,
But look, this is the thing. Brevin Jordan, he's probably gonna go in a better situation than what Kyle Pitts would go. So it's a blessing, even though it's not financially as much of a blessing, but it's gonna be a blessing for that man, Brevin Jordan, because he's gonna go to a contender.
Yeah, he's gonna come to Pittsburgh.
Hell no.
no. You heard that.
Actually, I just thought about it. Pittsburgh should get on the phone with Cleveland. It's not like we haven't done work with them before. Like, hey, what's up with Njoku? We got this for you. We can cut Ebron, save some money.
They say y'all got Ebron.
We can save some money.
Okay.
Njoku's
I hear you.
Cheaper.
I hear you.
I'm gonna text Tomlin. Y'all finish. Go ahead. Finish.
All right, go ahead. Text him and tell me what he says.
FOH.
Anyways, other than that, gentlemen, if I'm the Carolina Panthers, I feel it's going to be okay. It's just that we just gotta figure out this whole quarterback situation. If you're going to stick behind Teddy, then drive your backup like in the later rounds, but get a line. Free agency. I mean, there's a lot of linemen and defensive linemen, so you should find somebody.
Hey, this isn't a stretch. The Panthers are gonna be the second best team in the NFC South this year. Wow. I think the Bucs are gonna be the best team in that division, and with the cap issues that Saints are having, and the Falcons, pretty much they're kind of like a cap trouble too. Right? I think the so. Panthers, with what they did last year,
if they can keep it,
they'll
be just fine. I don't think you need to trade
go crazy
for Deshaun Watson. I think.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna
keep kicker though.
The Carolina Panthers are gonna be the third best team in the NFC South.
Who's the second?
If the second is gonna be the Saints.
Oh, okay.
Who they quarterback?
But even if it's still Taysom Hill, Taysom Hill is still gonna get the job done.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to tell you.
Not buying.
Listen.
The only reason why I would say that if the Carolina Panthers would be second is if they get a quarterback like Deshaun Watson. At that point, then I'll give them.
I don't even think. To be honest, I don't think they need that. To be honest.
I said, they should have beat the Saints last year.
What I said, they just need. This is what the Panthers need a better. They need a better accurate kicker. Maybe a better line.
They need Christian McCaffrey healthy.
Right. They need to keep C-Mac healthy.
Christian McCaffrey being healthy, Bridgewater
changes the whole game.
Looks a lot different.
A lot better.
You guys are talking about him a lot different. He looks a lot better.
You got
that takes a lot off of him.
Wait. And before we go, you got to think about it. Even when Drew was out and Teddy had to come in, like he threw it to Alvin. Like Alvin was there.
All right, so
I don't know. I stand by what I said.
Honestly,
the Panthers will finish second.
I think
honestly, I would love that if the Carolina Panthers finish second. They're gonna have to show us though. They're gonna have to show us that they'll.
You forget.
I mean, depending on what
they was the first team to win back-to-back in that division and all that stuff.
All
around for a while.
Yeah. It's a thing of the past. We can go on the Discovery Channel, look that up, but
it wasn't that long ago.
It really wasn't that long ago. You make it sound like it's supposed to be a classic.
I mean, if it ain't happened, recently, then we ain't got no business talking about it. We talking about the Buccaneers, Super Bowl champion. You know what I'm saying?
The last 5 years is my recent memory.
Them Florida boys, they don't play. But anyways, so You know, after this whole free agency and draft, I'll be able to give a better, prediction on that. But you know, I hope the Panthers go finish second in the division. But right
get
now,
you still.
I got them third.
I get deep down you still scared of the Saints for whatever reason.
I got respect for the
some
Saints.
level of respect, I guess. Like you scared of them, but
no, they are rivals. We ain't scared of them.
I'm outside of y'all. I don't have any horses in the race in the NFC South, so I don't care at all.
That's all good.
So that's me just looking in. No bias. I stand by what I said. I feel like it'll be the Bucks first, and the Panthers will come after that.
So, with that being said, what are y'all win predictions for the Carolina Panthers heading into the season?
Well, if they're second,
remember
they have to be.
There's 17 games, so
I'm just gonna. Okay, they won 5 last year, and like I said, there's about 4 of them they should have won. Like we said, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but
right.
I watched the game, so I saw the games. They were in position to win those games. They win at least 9 games next year.
Agreed.
I actually agree because I was gonna say 10-6, but then again, you have an extra game,
so it'd be
10-7.
Yeah,
it'd be 10-7, but
11-6.
11-6. 12
yeah,
and
11-6 is too much. Yeah, I say 9.
9 and 12.
I'm gonna say 9-8.
9-8.
Oh, 9-8. Yeah, 9-8. My bad.
Okay. I'm gonna say 9-8 is what they're gonna finish out. I mean, you're over 500. Yeah, you're over 500. But I would, at best case scenario, 11-7.
That's a real best scenario, though.
Yeah, real best scenario. I mean,
real
best scenario could be better than that, but that's if they get a certain quarterback that's out there.
I said best. I said real best, not unrealistic.
Oh well, hey, I mean it's realistic just because hey.
I mean they put the offer
Deshaun
out.
Watson.
So we did the Panthers prediction, but we didn't. We skipped over.
Do you really wait?
I'm sorry.
Wait. We
were having good time.
Wait.
Why'd you have to bring that up?
Wait. Trade. In your hearts of hearts, in your minds and hearts of hearts, do you believe they're going to get more wins than 3?
They got 5 last year.
Do they have more wins than 3?
Yes, they got 5 last year. Why can't they get 5?
All right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
And there's an extra game.
Have you seen their schedule?
I say no, I haven't, but I know who they're.
You don't want to look at it.
I know their division.
You don't want to look at it.
Actually, you know what? I forgot they play the AFC North.
Yeah, that's what I say. You don't want to look at it. You don't want to look at it.
They're playing the West too.
Go ahead and look at it. They don't have their days are out, but just the opponents who they got.
So that's the Vikings twice, the Packers twice, the Bears twice, the Steelers, the Ravens, the Browns, the Bengals. Yeah.
So 16.
So let me bring you back
17
and bring you right back to the beginning of this whole thing. Do you believe they'll have more wins than 3?
Yep. Just for the sake of argument, yes.
I'm gonna go under.
You just want to fight it. All right, go ahead. I respect it.
Under.
I respect it. I respect it. I respect the hell out of it. Because you know it, but you're just gonna keep fighting just because. I respect it. I really do.
No, I don't think it's that bad.
It happened.
All right, you know what? Any given Sunday. You're right. Any given Sunday. You're right. Any given Sunday.
We can still revisit this at a later point because again,
right.
It's still free
with the drives
agency
and
draft, so I could change my
Things
mind.
Could change.
But right now, I'm saying under 3.
Listen, all right. So Detroit fans, till the draft and what I see, well, y'all really can't even touch free agency. Actually, y'all can flip a quarter in it.
Hey,
look at it. They can.
They can.
The Saints can. So why not?
Lord, here we go. All right. All right,
Hey,
here we go.
you know what?
Whatever,
Actually,
bro.
no, I take that back. They might not even win 3.
What do you mean?
I had to go look and see who them other couple games, because obviously the division games, that's 6,
Right.
and then the AFC North, that's another 4 of the games.
Right. So what was the other ones?
Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
not with
Oh,
not
so
with the
they playing the
30-second, not with the 30-second defense. You're not gonna beat Atlanta. Arizona,
Maybe.
no.
You don't even
San
think about it.
Francisco,
Oh, rest in
Everybody's
peace.
back healthy too.
the Rams,
Oh, and you know Matt Stafford wants
Seattle.
revenge.
0-17. Here
and
we
the
go.
Eagles.
Oh,
The best options are the Eagles
and the Bengals.
and the Bengals.
Eagles, Bengals, and there's one more. There's one more.
No, that's
That's
it.
it.
There's one more. I'm gonna at least give them 3. There's one more.
I think
say,
2. That's why I say under.
I'm gonna say Falcons if they're
I mean, they could possibly
not
beat
healthy.
the Vikings or the Bears in one of those games just because
Maybe. Right. That's what I'm saying, maybe. But I'm going 3 to be safe. I know they can get at least 3. I'm not saying they're going
You
to.
know what? The Falcons
Maybe,
be giving up leads.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And they come, and I feel like that Falcons is going to be later in the season. Most of them be injured.
They got a bad deal. So you got the
Exactly.
AFC North, the NFC West.
That's what I'm saying.
They got the number 1 pick next year.
And then you're on.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Next year, that's what I'm saying. This season, just endure it. Just endure it. Just endure it the best you can. Because next season, the season after,
so
I promise you,
it goes back to what I said. Just play for fun at this point. You guys just have this season is just for fun.
It's going to be great. It's going to be. I'm telling you, you're going to
just run the
feel
Wildcat. Just try to run Wildcat this year. Doesn't even matter.
Y'all got the new TV deal too, Detroit. Y'all can get people next year. Y'all can. So this year, just take it on the chin.
Yeah,
take it on the chin.
Yeah, I did not.
Just like, all right.
I didn't know their schedule was looking like that. Whew.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I said. That's why I was like, you were still arguing with me. I was like, you really doing this? I respect it, but
they damn sure not winning 5. I don't care what they do. I don't care what. I don't got to revisit this one. They damn sure not winning 5 games.
That's what I was like. You were like, they're winning 5 games. I'm like, you sure? Have you seen their schedule? No.
I didn't know it was.
Go look at it. Go look at it.
You know, every team has a flag that they run around with whenever their team scores. They need to have the white flag.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. Listen, Detroit, I'm gonna say it again. This season, just let it go by. Just take on chin. Just say, all right.
They shouldn't even charge them admission prices.
I heard admission prices is like cut like 75%, bro. I heard that.
And it need to be $5.
No, they still got to pay for people. They got to pay for people. They still got people that works there for salary. They gotta keep doing that.
They can sell them tickets for $5, and I'm still not going. And when they wave those white flags, they need to wave those white flags when the other team scores. Maybe in the opposite end zone.
You know, Detroit, I hope y'all do better. I really do. I hope you had a weird year. I hope y'all have.
You know what would be funny though?
4 years.
Is if one of their wins is against the Ravens. That would just make my heart smile.
But also,
don't you wish those things on us?
But wait, they can also say, what if their first win is against you?
I love that.
He can say that, but
because they definitely going 3rd in the division. That's for another topic.
We'll get there when we get there. Anyways, gentlemen, the only thing I have to say before we close out is that Detroit, you let Kenny Galladay go, and then you let Blake Griffin go? And to the Nets of all people, the Nets.
Yeah, that starting 5 is kind of crazy.
The Nets.
I don't know, Vick.
But
y'all ain't run. I don't know if y'all running it back.
I don't know, but Trey, I'm gonna tell you right now, it could be the Knicks, lottery picks, Cake's mother tested, kid tested, mother approved. I don't care. He eating 6.
Yeah.
Still saying he eating 6. Oh yeah. And Pat, we don't want PJ Tucker. Keep it moving. Thank you.
Yeah, nah. Keep Hero and Duncan Robinson. Nobody wants PJ Tucker, so yeah.
You can keep PJ.
I see those rumors,
Thanks.
but we're good on that.
We're good on that thing.
We respectfully decline that trade.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm good. Thanks,
But,
though.
Vic, you have anything else?
Nope, I am good.
All right. So with that being said, you've heard what we have to say. You can agree or you could disagree. But at the end of the day, all takes are valid.
Yes, sir.
All right, boys.